my name is Mr. Nostalgia, right? That's not a name that I just gave myself all willy-nilly. I had to make sure that I earned that title, and I think by now I definitely have. Now you might be wondering, what is this dude talking about? It's just a name. Not to me. Alright, I pride myself on my knowledge of channels like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel. I'm not just saying this to like flex or anything because these are all just a bunch of kid shows, but I know for a fact that I can name basically almost every Disney series to ever exist. I can name every Cartoon Network series to ever exist, and I can name every Nickelodeon series to ever exist. I've spent way too much time researching these channels even before I started uploading on YouTube. And I did all this for no other reason other than the fact that it's one of my biggest hyperfixations. And I'm not talking about general knowledge stuff either. I'm talking like that really weird stuff that nobody knows about. The insignificant stuff that doesn't even really matter. The ins and outs of the channel, the dates they rebranded, the names of the announcers of the commercials. That's why I started uploading on this channel again, because I had all this information, I just had to dump it somewhere. I thought I knew it all. Until I received a few comments recently asking me to review something called School Gyrls. I thought it was some obscure 2006 straight to DVD movie that only like 12 people knew about. Come to find out, School Gyrls was a Nickelodeon original movie from 2010 that was made to start the careers of an actual music girl group, sort of like Big Time Rush. I had never heard of this. My life crashed. I started second guessing myself. Maybe I'm not Mr. Nostalgia. This is literally the first time where someone else had to tell me about something from Nickelodeon existing. I was shook, man. So I thought I would take the time today to talk about it because I feel like I have to at this point. So yeah, my name is Mr. Nostalgia, and today we'll be talking about something that I have never heard of, the Nickelodeon original movie, School Gyrls.
In the world's strictest school, these three friends have all the right moves.
I think he's hot. What are you doing?
In all the wrong places.
Don't talk to my boyfriend, ever!
You are on super permanent detention.
Now, they'll have to unite
If we gotta go out, we gotta go out with a bang.
to teach this school a lesson.
I'm not sure you're on our level of STEM.
Let's get it, girls.
Nickelodeon presents a Nick Cannon original film
Y'all ready?
OMG.
as they team up with the School Gyrls. Don't miss the world premiere next Sunday night at 7, immediately followed by the hit movie Drumline.
Okay, let's take it all the way back to the year 2007. What a year, what a year. You guys remember Turbo Nick? Good. In 2007, a special Turbo Nick exclusive series called Star Camp aired on the website. It was backed by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. 5,000 Children, aka Nick Cannon. Insert Incredible Crew video plug. Cannon's main goal for this series was to create new stars from 10 talented kids that could sing, dance, and act in order to create a multimedia megagroup called the Giggle Club. I don't know why he named it that either. After this little mini-series wrapped, Nick Cannon was very impressed with one particular girl who went by the name of Mandy Rain. At first he wanted to help her pursue a solo career, but instead ended up using her as the driving force for an all-girl musical group. He brought in two other girls, one named Monica Ann Perales, and the other named Jackie Ray. They started making a few appearances on TV, none that I could find any footage of, until Nick had an idea to give them their own TV movie on the network. How cool is that? It aired on February 21st, 2010, and like I mentioned earlier, I have zero memory of this ever existing. I mean, I was totally watching Nickelodeon around this time. There's just no way I just somehow missed this. And so, I did a little research. I watched a bunch of Nickelodeon commercial breaks from February 2010, and yeah, the marketing was pretty bad. But it's not entirely their fault. February 2010 was just a loaded time for Nickelodeon. Around that time, they had to start airing promos for the premiere of Victorious, which was one of their biggest priorities, and yeah, I don't blame them. They also had to advertise this big Penguins of Madagascar event that I'm sure a lot of you remembered called Operation Blowhole. Again, you gotta make sure you're advertising that show. It was one of their biggest at the time. I get it. Then, in 1 week in particular, Nickelodeon spent a lot of time advertising this thing called Secret Crush Weekend, where they'd air a bunch of Crush theme episodes and have the cast from basically all of their shows talk about awkward situations that they had with their crushes.
I
Gilly15 asks, have you ever had a behind-the-scenes crush on someone from your show?
Oh, Zoe 101. I mean, like, I'll be honest, we had some beginning crushes, but then, like, you just get used to seeing them all the time, and you're just like, I really don't like you now, you know what I mean?
Give us a name.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint.
All right.
One person started with an M.
Matthew Underwood. Megan Fox, I knew it! Yes!
They were also running ads for Angus thongs and perfect snogging, if any of you remember that. So yeah, it just seems like they were a bit loaded in terms of content around this time. So advertising Schoolgirls just wasn't a priority, which makes me feel a whole lot better. But there was some advertising for the movie though. They actually paired it with Nick Canada's movie Drumline to, I guess, boost some of their ratings, I assume. And really, just going off of this promo, it's very well possible that my brain saw this and thought it was a Nick at Night movie, considering they aired Drumline immediately after. But regardless, the special was done on arrival due to its lack of advertising. One theory I have is that considering Big Time Rush was starting to pop off around this time, they probably had a lot more faith in that competing with Disney's musical talents than they did with Schoolgirls. But with all of this being said, did the Schoolgirls deserve this treatment? Well, let's watch the movie and try to figure that out. When the premiere party of Schoolgirls starts, we are greeted by Gage Golightly from The Troop, which was one of the shows that used to air on Nickelodeon back then. She's interviewing Nick Canada and the Schoolgirls, and they really just say a bunch of nothing. Okay, now we can start with the actual premiere. The movie starts off with, wait a minute, it did air on Nick at Night! Yeah, that explains everything. Yeah, anyway, we're introduced to Mandy Rain, who explains that this private school's only interest is creating a bunch of cookie-cutter Martha Stewarts, which, I mean, look at her, you can tell that that is not something she's interested in. She's obviously the rebel of the school that doesn't agree with his values. Right off the bat, the pacing for this is a lot different than I expected, and really, so is the editing. They're definitely going for a fast-paced, cartoon-like structure found often in shows like Nessa Classified, Big Time Rush, and you knew this was coming, Zeke and Luther. Yo, they even have some 2D animated segments. Hold on, this is kind of fire. We're then introduced to a new character, Jackie Nimble.
Anything hip-hop? Then I'm that. I'm a child of the form, a student of the game. I got plucked from my hood and shipped here by the man.
Okay. This is gonna be a long hour. We're then introduced to another character, Monica Marriott, who goes by the name Mo Money. Great. Just great. Anyway, all three girls end up in detention for various reasons, and while serving their time, the private school's headmaster, accompanied by two of her daughters and the school's hall monitor, who happens to also be her niece, barges through the door to bust the three girls for talking. Bruh, is that the little sister from Just Jordan? What's she doing here? Anyway, the three get assigned to the same dorm room and also get assigned to pick up trash outside.
I don't know what's up, but that was cool of you.
No problem, Mandy Rain.
Jackie.
Damn.
What was that?
Everybody calls me Mo Money. Hey!
Can y'all stop doing that? What is that? Alright, so basically, Mandy is the quirky and funny one, and I mean that loosely. Jackie is more or less just a hot Cheeto girl, and Monica is allegedly super rich, so she has a bit of a snobby attitude. While outside, the girls start crushing on this dude named Colin Andrews. Okay, super duper deep cut. But do you guys remember that one Kids Bop commercial with that dude who sings that shine on, shine on? Yeah, that's him. And the funny thing is, I made a joke in my head about how this dude looks like him, but like I didn't expect it to actually be him. This is Buddy's like only acting role too. How embarrassing. That dude is captain of the football team, and so you know what that means. His girlfriend is on the cheerleading squad. Monica walks over to Colin and fake trips to get his attention. His girlfriend doesn't like that though, so she walks over and causes a scene. The other girls try to stick up for Monica, but Jackie gets a drink poured all over her. Oh, how sad. Okay, I'm gonna play this clip for you, and you tell me if you spot anything wrong.
I was aiming for the trash. Okay, I think I still got it.
Only been 14 days.
That pacing was insane. I take back what I said earlier. This movie is a little too fast-paced, especially whenever they introduce a song. Slow it down a little bit, guys. Slow it down. Speaking of the songs though, I will say the music in this movie is probably like one of the only good things about it. The song they're singing now, which is called Detention, is pretty solid, I ain't gonna lie. Might add it to a playlist. Might. I said might. Yeah, I probably will. The girls move into their dorm room, and yeah, it's absolutely horrible.
Let's have a moment of silence for the squirrel. Okay, we're good.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. She might be the only character in this movie I can tolerate.
Girl, you cannot be so thirsty.
What about you, Jackie? Who you scoping?
Stop talking like this! The girls talk about their crushes, and Jackie's happens to be Soulja Boy. Yeah, that's how you know this was filmed in 2009.
Excuse me? I charge extra for Jackie my fresh.
Okay, this is truly one of the worst aspects of the movie. I cannot stand the way the characters talk. I could have written much better dialogue for these characters. Nick Cannon, what were you thinking, my guy? Come on. The girls then come up with ways to take down Bambi Lockwood, the cheerleader from earlier that's dating Shine On guy. The issue is her family is super rich and more or less runs the whole school because of that, so it'd be a challenge to take her down. There's this upcoming talent competition called a stunt party, and the girls believe that that might be their shot at defeating Bambi so she could leave them alone once and for all. But one of the other reasons why they're interested in attending is because of the celebrity names that'll be there, like Justin Bieber, Soulja Boy, and Christina DeBarge. You guys remember Christina DeBarge? She had that one song called Goodbye that I vaguely remember. And then we cut to commercial. Oh, thank you.
The world premiere of School Gyrls continues after this. We'll be right back. Tonight at 8, don't miss Nick Cannon in the hit movie Drumline.
Just thought I had a little something on the end.
Now, back to the world premiere of School Gyrls.
In the opening scene from commercial break, we get these morning announcements done by the headmaster and her two daughters, Gibby and Gabby. I already mentioned that one of them was played by the sister from Just Jordan, but I just learned something insane about the other one. Okay, so apparently, this is her. Like the singer Her, hence why her name is Gabby, because in real life, her name is Gabby. That is nuts. Like seriously, my mind was blown when I found that out. Anywho, everyone starts signing up for the talent show or stunt party, I don't really care what it's called, and the three girls cut the line. Turns out though, they don't have a name for themselves yet, so they skip straight to paying the entrance fee, which is $100 an act apparently. That's kind of lame. The girls say that they'll sign up now and pay later, which somehow leads to a dance battle between Bambi's cheer squad and the unnamed girl group we've been following this whole time, and I am a bit confused on something. When was it ever actually stated that these girls not only liked to dance and sing, but knew how to actually do it? There was never once a line of dialogue amongst each other where they said, "Oh, you like to dance? Oh yeah, me too, we should form a group." Like somehow they just all kind of knew that they were all interested in singing and dancing and stuff. They kind of just shoehorned music into this. At least Disney made it seem natural most of the time. Also, where did all of these other dancers come from? What is going on? Oh man, this is horrible. An easy solution to this would have just been saying this movie takes place in a Hollywood arts type school where everyone has a talent, but it doesn't. Matter of fact, earlier it was stated that this school doesn't really do much in terms of creativity. What a sloppy script. They are kind of killing this though. A bunch of Gatorade, or as they called it earlier in the movie, Haterade, falls on Bambi, and lunch lady Nick Cannon tells everyone to get to class. Alright, let's take a break from talking about this movie for a quick second and talk about what's been happening during the commercial breaks. Nickelodeon did this really cool thing where during the premiere of the movie they had Gage Golightly interview the cast of the film, and even other random Nickelodeon stars like Kiki Palmer, Robbie Amell, shout out to my man Firestorm, and Nathan Kress.
We should probably go somewhere over there where they can't see, and then you can jump.
In the shadows.
Let's go. Guys.
I always loved when Nickelodeon would do stuff like this because it made me feel like I was with them in a way. The unnamed girl group are talking while in detention until Daisy Johnson walks in and tells them that the dance moves they put on in the cafeteria were trash. Then she shows her how it's really done, and you guys are just gonna have to see this for yourselves.
Now that's dancing.
Was it? Looks like someone trying to kill a bug if you ask me. Daisy left her keys when she left the room, so Mandy picks them up so she and the other girls could use the stuff in the janitor's closet to improve their dorm room. And we see the progress being made via montage. After they're done, Monica says she has to make a phone call, so she leaves but somehow forgets her phone. She calls her mom using a payphone, and we get this scene.
Hi, Mommy. Working late again, huh? It's totally fine. You know what? Just don't worry about me. You just get some rest, okay? I love you. Okay. Okay, bye.
Something about the way the sad music slid in just screamed low budget. I mean, this whole movie screamed low budget, but you get what I mean. After hanging up the phone, Monica overhears Shine On Dude playing on the guitar and starts chatting with him. He tells her that Bambi doesn't like that he plays the guitar because she thinks he should be a football player and a football player only. I've never once heard of a girl who doesn't want her boyfriend to play the guitar, so whatever, seems kind of forced to me. Bambi actually overheard the whole thing and leaves before Shine On Guy does. Feeling vengeful, even though Monica really didn't do anything wrong, Bambi starts going through Monica's secret files in the headmaster's office that should be locked, but again, whatever at this point. Later, the girls are walking in the hallway and Monica pretends she's talking to Beyonce, even though we all know she ain't got no money. Bambi pulls up with her crew, now knowing the truth about Monica, and yanks her phone. She exposes that not only is her phone not connected to Eddie's service, but it hasn't even been turned on. Yikes. And this next scene is just brutal. I've never seen anything like this in a children's film.
That's not how it works, poor girl.
Oh, she called her poor.
Trash.
Oh, she called her trash.
You don't come to my school and mess with me.
Yo!
And you don't talk to my boyfriend, ever.
Oh!
You smell, your clothes are whack, you're fake, and everyone will know.
No, hold on. That's insane.
Why don't you do yourself a favor and leave like your father did?
You win! You win, young fella! You win! Superman! Superman is here!
She called her broke, she called her fake, she called her smelly, and she made fun of her father. That's actually hilarious.
What? What you gonna do about it, here, girl? Hold up.
You see what I mean? They do not ease into these musical numbers. They just jump right into it. The pacing in this movie is horrible. During the next montage, we see that the video is going viral on the internet, specifically a site called IllTube. The girls try to cheer up Monica by telling her it doesn't matter if she's broke, and that being broke is the new hot thing. This girl named Claire comes in and gives the girls a folder that contains pictures and information that they can use to get Bambi back. Another thing this movie does that bothers me is that whenever they transition to a different scene, they have this Batman type thing, but they never give enough time for the scene to breathe before transitioning into it. So instead of a transition, it kind of just hits like a jump scare.
This is exactly what we need.
Like, bro, why does it come up like that? During yet another montage, the girls make a calendar using edited photos of Bambi that have her throwing up, full of acne, and overweight. That last one's kind of mean. Like, I know she's a mean person and all, but I don't know, that still feels kind of weird. They start spreading the photos all around campus, and Bambi freaks out because of this. I don't really see the big deal though, because they are obviously photoshopped, but again, whatever at this point, right? We then thankfully fade to yet another commercial break. Hey guys, want to know what kind of student True Jackson VP's Ashley Argota was in school? Well, now's your chance.
I was totally learning her. Like, I got straight A's. Everybody wanted to touch my pencil because I thought it was good luck.
Girl, if I were you, I would have taken your pencil, I'm sorry to say, because I need those A's.
The world premiere of School Girls continues after this. We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3.
Introducing Mad Style by True Jackson. Individual fashion for your individual style. So true. Mad Style by True Jackson.
Now, back to the world premiere of School Girls.
The next day at school, the girls walk up to Bambi with the entrance fee money. I didn't actually pick up on this the first time I watched this for the video, but they were actually selling the calendars and making money that way. So that's how they have the money for the entrance fee. Because we all know more money don't got no money, so you know what, never mind. Whoa, is that her dad? That dude is ancient. The headmaster lady informs the girls that the actions they displayed were B.A.D. bad. I don't know why I put that in the script. She allegedly doesn't know what happened earlier to cause their tomfoolery, but states that 2 wrongs don't make a right in this school.
Headmaster Jones, this isn't fair.
Headmaster Jones, this isn't fair. What are you talking like that for, bro? The girls get sent to detention while the stunt party is taking place, but they end up sneaking out and stealing a golf cart for the sole purpose of driving it all the way to the stunt party. Also, Justin Bieber is performing one time. Hey man, this song slaps. I won't lie to you. I play some of it, but that would be the end of my channel because Bieber doesn't play when it comes to copyright. Y'all know how it goes though. Some other people perform during the montage as we see the girls make their way to the event. Oh yeah, by the way, the celebrity guest judges are actor Jackie Long, Rev Run from Run DMC, and his children, Vanessa Simmons and Diggy Simmons. Bambi is performing and she's doing alright, I guess. But then we transition to an animated portrayal of what's happening to the girls. Their golf cart has officially emptied out its gas tank. Then Christina DeBarge performs Goodbye. I can't give you any more detailed descriptions than this. This is literally it. So yeah, the girls end up getting there after the show was already over with, unfortunately, and Bambi goes home with the trophy. The 2 squads square up, and Monica has something she wants to say.
Look, Bambi, I've learned a lot about life in the past few days. And the things that I thought mattered, they don't. And
Nick
honestly,
Cannon
I'm sorry
stars
for making
in
those
Drumline.
calendars. That
Catch
was
the
wrong.
hit movie.
I was wrong. Life isn't about
Next.
popularity or having money. It's about...
Yeah, whatever. The girls take it to the concrete and have one final dance off. Hey man, to tell you the truth, they really are killing these dances. I don't know what this dude doing here though. Yo, someone get Wally West out of here. Shine On dude hands them the trophy, even though like it's not his to give out, but somehow the win counts as official anyway. I don't really get this part, but my brain is too fried right now to question it further. Bambi leaves all frustrated and whatnot, and the crowd celebrates. Later, the 3 girls are sitting on a sidewalk talking about what just happened when Soulja Boy pulls up to congratulate the girls on their victory.
School girls, what up?
Wait, how did he know that they were called the School Girls? They never actually gave themselves that name in the movie. Was I supposed to take this scene as Soulja Boy giving them the name School Girls? Or was this just another bad writing moment? Who cares? The movie's over. Yay! All right, final thoughts on School Girls. Well, I do like the music. It was pretty decent. It reminds me of the type of songs that used to air on Kids Only, actually, if any of you remember that. Mandy had some pretty decent lines every now and then. The rest of the movie was absolute trash though. I don't know what you want me to say. It is probably the most low effort, real piece of media that I have ever seen that's like actually been officially released. It's a miracle it didn't go straight to Dollar General. Not even Dollar General. It's a miracle it didn't go straight to bottom dollar, to be honest. I mean, absolutely horrible. I know I'll get comments like, oh, well, this is my comfort movie. I grew up with it. I love it. Hey, that's absolutely fine. But just being objective here, it's really, really bad. This is one movie where you know for sure the only reason why it existed was to sell music. Sometimes that's not always a bad thing. That's why most Disney movies were made after all. But at least Disney realized that they also need to make an actual film as well. The script was an absolute mess, especially the dialogue. I don't think I've cringed so badly so often during a movie before. The animated segments were clearly just not so clever ways to execute parts of the movie that they couldn't normally show in live action due to budget constraints, and the movie moved way too fast. Not that I'd want to see more of this movie, but it would have definitely benefited from an extra 10 minutes in the runtime. This film aged horribly, but mostly because it's obvious they just didn't try. They thought, how many tween movie stereotypes could we fit into one film, added some music and called it a day? Just absolutely awful. If you want to watch a movie about a bunch of teenagers that form a musical group after being sent down to detention, Just watch Lemonade Mouth, please. It came out a year after this, and it is much, much better, truly. But yeah, School Gyrls gets a 1 out of 10. I'm serious. If they had actually tried, you might have had something a bit more watchable on your hands, but it's getting a no from me. Somehow I did have fun researching this group because it was legitimately new to me, and I haven't had the chance to do that so far on my channel. It was a fun experience, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Low-key, someone should make a video about all of the obscure musical acts from the 2000s. That would be fun. I'm talking School Gyrls, the OMG Girls, Scooter Smith. Scooter Smith actually responded back to me once on Twitter. That was pretty cool. Shine On Guy, Sinai Rose. Y'all remember Sinai Rose? Oh man. It ain't gonna be me though. I'm just saying, it would be a cool video. If you enjoyed what you just saw, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. I am Mr. Nostalgia, and I am out for now. Peace.